that I want you and your people out of all white nations now. Psychological warfare brought on by Jewish propaganda.
Why?
Don't care about your fake Holocaust. You're a
By the way,
demon.
Christian-
You deny Jesus as their Messiah is because you deny these basic truths. This Jew denies
This proud Judean warrior. Shalom, my name is Rudy Rockman. We're outside of the 2020 AIPAC Policy Conference, Hebrew year 5780. Our mission is to engage with the protesters outside, to break out of our echo chambers, and to either expose anti-Semitism or to create genuine, nuanced conversations in order to write a better future together. Let's see what we get. Yalla.
Rudy, right?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How's everything?
All right, all right.
What are you guys out here doing?
Protesting your little gathering
Well,
here.
it's not my gathering. I'm just here to participate, listen to some things.
It's your gathering.
What
It's
is
your
me?
whole identity.
I'm not part of AIPAC.
So you're not pro AIPAC.
There's a lot of things I disagree with AIPAC.
I think you're changing your tune a little bit.
Absolutely not. I'm against the U.S. foreign aid to Israel. I'm against the two-state solution. There's a lot of things I disagree with AIPAC.
None of us believe you when you say that you don't agree with AIPAC.
My last two videos on Facebook call out policies that AIPAC stand
Well, I'm
for.
saying you can't trust anything you say
Why?
because of your
But you know,
straight
I'm a real person, right? Like you see me now in the flesh. So I'm telling you, there are things I completely disagree with AIPAC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree.
What do you mean you're a real person? Did someone call you an alien?
No, because sometimes because I'm pro-Israel as an Israeli, right? There are a lot of things I may disagree with Israel. That means X, Y, Z. I must be attached to everything else. What I mean by I'm a real person is I have my own individual opinions, and we can have conversations about those opinions and figure out where do we agree, where we disagree.
Yeah.
I wouldn't label you all because of you look a certain way or you came out of a certain building. You know.
There's a lot of talk, on TV and the internet about white supremacy and white privilege. So the first time in my life, people are coming up to me like, "Oh, you're white, you're privileged," which I never heard before. Because of my skin complexion and the fact that I'm of European descent, and I'm a red-blooded American, therefore, I'm most likely a white supremacist, and I most likely voted for Trump. And it's like this is coming from the herd, which is susceptible to this non-stop psychological warfare brought on by Jewish propaganda.
Why Jewish propaganda?
You tell me
you
why.
But you just
tell me
did
why.
that same thing to me. I came out of a building and you said you represent AIPAC. So I'm completely against when people identify you just because of your skin color, attach all these different views.
So Jewish is skin color?
No, Jewish is not a skin color. Jewish is a native people, just like the Tibetans, just like the Yazidis, just like the Native Americans.
He's just giving a generalized.
No, the Jewish people are descendants from a place called Judea. That's who the Jewish people are. It doesn't matter what skin color you are. I don't believe in the concept of race. I don't believe in dividing people based on skin pigmentation or the way that your eyes are shaped. Why should we have brown-eyed people race and blue-eyed people race? So I don't believe in the concept of race.
Well, why is it that white nations are the only people that have to be totally taught this nonsense?
What do you mean white nations?
Why are white nations the only nations that have to bow, take a knee, and basically give up our identity and our customs, our way of life, because of what? Because of some fake event that happened in World War II?
So you don't think the Holocaust happened?
Well, I mean, I don't believe that there were death camps. When I was a child.
Have you been to Poland and to Auschwitz and all these places?
That's good. I know you guys like to ask that question.
Yeah, because
I have not, but
when you experience it firsthand, and you see, first of all, half of my family was exterminated in the Holocaust.
There's plenty of Jews that have been there.
Yeah.
That are intellectuals that are on our side that laugh at your.
What is your side? What is your goals and what do you represent? I'd love to know.
Well, I'm not an intellectual. I'm not educated, right?
That's fine.
But I'm this new breed of humans that grew up in the information age, and so this post-war propaganda is wearing off, and we're able to check, all these publications that you've printed over the years.
Who's you? I'm one person. I'm not public.
Do you represent the Jewish people?
No, I think every individual represents themselves.
I represent the white race.
Okay,
and I can
so
tell you,
what is the white race?
Wait. For the whole entire white race.
Okay, can you tell me first what that means? I'd love to, before you
European descent.
Okay.
Germanic, Swedish, Nordic, Celtic. We are the true Israelites.
Oh, you're the true
Israelites. You are
imposters.
imposters.
So can you explain that to me?
Yes, it's very simple.
Yes.
We are pure-blooded,
Okay.
You are mixed mongrels.
Mongrels.
Yeah, you're a mongrel race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on what information?
It's all we have to do is look at you.
Oh, so you look at me and
Yeah,
you
we
know
look.
right away.
I'm talking about
But
your race, your people.
Well, hold on. I'm not screaming
The
at you. I'm not
Jewish-
screaming at you, right? So
Well, the Jewish first world
let's have a calm conversation.
Okay, sorry, sorry.
And I have some questions for
No,
you because I'm really interested in engaging with you, but for real, we need to
Okay,
be
no,
able to speak.
I appreciate
So
that.
so I want to understand where the ideology, and you tell me because this is your beliefs, how the white nation, as you say, European descent, are the people of Israel. Where's the link between coming from Israel and we being into slavery in Egypt and then coming back to Israel? And then where's the like continuation? How did it end up being the white descendants? You understand my question?
Yes, Adam and Eve were the first white people, white
Okay.
humans.
How do we know that?
Because they were pure-blooded white, and
I'll
the
look
name
for this after.
Adam means ruddy.
No, Adam
blush.
means ground.
No.
Adama. The word in Hebrew is Adama, which means ground. So actually, if anything, the ground would be more brown than white.
No. You think Jesus had brown eyes like you?
I don't know what eyes or
blue
what
eyes
he looked like.
me.
I don't know what
He
kind
had
of eyes.
blue eyes like me.
How do you know that?
Because it's in my DNA.
You're,
to know this.
because it's in your DNA. That
Yes.
means you know how Jesus looked like.
We carried Christian
But wait,
civilization
I think you're a
for
logical-
thousands and
you're a
thousands of
logical
years.
person.
Are you saying that the Europeans don't know their own
But
heritage?
I'm saying that you're a logical person, but explain to me how you know that Jesus. And I'm not saying he didn't. It could have very well had blue eyes.
Because
like-
there's thousands of prophecies in the scriptures that
Can you-
only
can you
the
show me
European
one of
race has fulfilled.
What scriptures?
New and Old Testament.
There's no mention in the original Torah, the Old Testament, saying how Jesus. In fact, Jesus is not mentioned once.
Listen,
Yeah. So
here's
I don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
No,
I appreciate what you say, and I've heard your point of view before on the internet.
Sure.
But
okay.
this isn't agree to disagree.
That's fine. It's a respectful
I
conversation.
speak on behalf of all Europeans and all Americans, whether they like it or not. I speak on behalf of the entire white race when I tell you that I want you and your people out of all white nations now.
And so where do we
don't
go?
want you.
Where do we go in your
That's
opinion?
not our problem
Hey, hey,
anymore.
We said not to scream at each
No,
other.
I'm done with that.
Okay, but where do you?
Okay.
Okay, so in your
We want
ideology.
you out of all Europe. We want you out of all America. You stabbed us in the
so
back.
where do the Jews go?
And you've lied to
Where do
us.
the-
and
where do
you
the Jews
fleeced
go?
us with your usury.
But explain to me, where do the Jews go after that?
Nobody cares. Nobody likes you.
No, but you said that
That's
the Jews
why
need
you
to leave.
have to create laws to stop normal people from hating you.
What laws did the Jews create?
You guys are always signing these anti-Semitism laws.
Because there are
where-
people like you that exist out there.
Yeah, it's called
that spread
free speech.
I'm not
you
against
are
your free
going
speech.
totally
I'm not
against
against your free
our
speech.
European Christian
I'm not
American
against-
values.
I'm not-
Because you killed our Lord and Savior and
Who's
you
you?
laugh about
How's
it.
you? I'm not
and
laughing
you
at you.
brag
Hey,
about
hey,
it.
let's calm
All
down.
your little Sarah
Look,
Silverman does at least.
the reality is that we're both in front of each other,
Right.
And we have the ability to use.
I
this,
just don't-
hold up. We have the ability to use this opportunity
Okay,
to
your
actually engage
tactics
with one
work
another.
on some people.
I'm not using
I've
tactics.
already gauged you a long time ago.
That's fine if
you
you-
know who I am.
No, I've never
You
gauged
know
with
who
you.
Jesus was.
You're saying you're Jesus?
I'm saying I am a descendant of Jesus. You don't know anything.
Yes, okay. So I don't know anything when 2 seconds ago you said that
don't
Jesus was in
know
the Old
your
Testament.
people's own stance on
You just
who
said
you
that
are.
Jesus was in the Old Testament and you're telling me that I don't know
He's
anything.
prophesized.
The Messiah, the idea
Yeah.
of a concept of a
And
day that will
I
come.
get it. You deny him because you deny truth.
No, you know that in the Torah, it actually says that when Mashiach will come, no one will be able to deny it. So explain to me.
We've had 19.
Hold up, I
let's
answered
shift
some of your
gears.
questions. Let me ask you a
Okay,
question.
all right.
Okay, so it says in the Torah that when Mashiach will come, whether that be a person or whether that be an accomplishment, no one will be able to deny it. How is Jesus the Messiah, the Mashiach, if everyone in that civilization, not everyone, but most people were denying his Mashiachness? In fact, he never said that.
Nobody denied him but the Jews.
He was.
Okay?
The Roman Empire denied it as well.
They did not.
Why did they kill him?
They bowed down to your nonstop terrorism and antics.
The
that you
Romans bowed
continue
down
to
to
do
the
this
Jews. They
to
destroyed our
this day.
civilization.
Good. And I know that's why you want to destroy my race because you think of me as the Roman.
I don't
who
have any problem
destroyed
with your race.
second temple.
I don't have any problem with. I don't believe. Like I said in the beginning, I don't believe in race.
What happened
So-
to a
so you're
loving,
saying- so you're saying we
beautiful
have to-
people that smiled and were
Let me interrupt
healthy
you
and
really quick.
thin?
It's good to see you.
You too. Do you believe we need to get rid
Why
of people of color in this
do-
country?
Why do your people
Hold up, I
spread
answered your question.
interracial porn onto my people, but it's illegal in Israel?
So do you notice how
why
you
do
take
your
everything
people
that-
push 5G?
Hold up, let me answer your question.
I'm asking you questions.
so
why
let
do
me
you
answer.
push 5G onto us, but don't use it in Israel?
Can
you
I-
push
can I
porn
answer?
and filth onto my people, but not in Israel?
So you literally
because
take,
it's weapons against the goyim.
Let's
Tell
again.
the camera the truth. The reason you deny Jesus as the Messiah is because you deny these basic truths.
Make some space.
You are
Okay.
irrational because you deny the Messiah.
Okay.
You cannot
again,
think clearly.
I listened to you. You
You
asked me some
cannot
questions,
speak
sir.
truth.
You asked me some questions, right?
Yes.
So let me
I
answer.
want you
Let me
to answer
answer
those two basic
So
questions.
let me answer you. You find every source of suffering that exists or anything that you have a problem with, and you blame that on the Jews.
Wrong.
How do you think
Wrong.
that the things that you find a problem? Hold
you
up.
are deflecting
I let
these
you.
simple
I let you
questions,
speak. I let you speak.
And now you're. Okay, give me an example of what
I
I'm
let you
blaming the
speak.
Jews for, and we'll
You
we will
mentioned-
come to the
you
conclusion
mentioned-
if it's the right
Okay.
for
okay,
me
so
to
let me
blame
answer.
the Jews or
you
not.
used pornography,
Right.
And you used 5G, which I don't
Absolutely.
necessarily think is a good or
Absolutely.
bad. I don't have an opinion on 5G. However, your opinion is that these two things are bad.
Right.
And what you take these two things, and that's how historically anti-Semitism has been spread. Find the source of suffering and pain of a community,
Okay,
and blame that
so
on the
let's
Jewish people.
Slow down. Do you think that pornography is healthy?
No.
Okay.
Hell yeah, it is. Safe sex.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Do you think that you have
I'm not for it being
fair
illegal,
enough.
but I don't
we're
think
on
it's
the
healthy.
same page.
Yeah.
Okay, there. Do you have not studied the health risks of 5G?
No, I have not. I would not be able to make
How long do you think that would take you to wrap your head around the new technology in 5G?
I could do some research
I know
and figure
why
out.
Israel doesn't want 5G.
Can you tell me why
in their
5G is
country,
dangerous,
and
actually?
why they're pioneering
But
it
can you
here
tell
in
me why
America?
5G is dangerous so that people understand that?
Well, I'm not a scientist, and like I said, I'm not an educated man. But from what I've gathered,
Okay.
that these are weapon systems that can mess with the molecules in the air, severe radiation. I mean, it can make birds fly out of the air. I mean, it can be turned against people as a weapon.
Okay.
So this is not something to brush off.
And this is being
Rudy.
created by the Jews?
It's most likely probably created by Europeans and then hijacked by the Jews and then pushed on to the Europeans.
Okay, so why would
Like
they
you
be
do
putting this in
everything.
America if there are 5.4 million Jews living in America, if their interest would be to, like you said, attack the white people and not the Jews?
Well, that's a good question. I think we would have to look at Jewish neighborhoods in America and see if they're equipped within
I mean,
radiuses
you
of
do
these
have some
5G.
Jewish neighborhoods, but in Manhattan, everyone's living there, and you have many Jews living there.
That's a good point. I mean, that's a good point. And that also brings up this whole chemtrail thing. Like they're spraying us. A lot of people think that we're being sprayed. And then people say, well, hey, man, they wouldn't spray us because then they'd be spraying the Jews. And like, it's a good point. But I don't have the answer. But I think that the Jews are known to sacrifice their own for a greater goal, a greater outcome.
What's their goal, in your opinion?
White genocide.
Why do Jews have a goal to kill white people?
You tell me. I mean,
I don't.
I mean, honestly,
As-
how old are you?
I'm 26.
And you are unaware of the history of our people.
I'm aware of my history. You might know more of your history.
I would consider it a hate crime if I
And
was
what
in
is the
charge
punishment of
for
hate
a
crime?
Jew to impersonate a white.
And what is
I
it-
would consider it a hate crime for
Punishable by what, though? What is the law? Like, what is the outcome of such a hate crime?
I don't know. I don't think that hate crime law should exist, but you guys are the ones that push it, and then you guys are the
do you
biggest.
notice how you
guys
constantly-
are the biggest perpetrators.
You constantly put me in this box. I'm a real person right in
Dude,
front of you.
let me. I don't
very-
think
very,
of you.
like-
I think of you as a enemy.
Why do you hate me so much?
Because you killed my Lord and
I
Savior.
didn't do anything
You did
to your-
9/11. You don't know after 19 years. Oh, that's
26.
that's as a Jew. That's just not something I'm interested in 9/11. I have no.
I didn't say I'm
reason
not
to look
interested
into
in
that.
9/11.
You know what? I can talk all day
you're
about
making
9/11.
a claim, and I'm asking you what happened in 9/11 that you're claiming
I
that
can
I don't
talk
know.
all day about 9/11.
Okay, so
Rudy,
let me know.
But I'm just asking you.
What's your name, by
as
the
a
way?
Jewish Brian Grossman, we need you to get out of our country, okay? Like I was not brought up to hate Jews. I had friends that were Jewish. And believe me, I watched Schindler's List with my family on NBC back in the 90s. Commercial free. I've never seen a movie ever on network television that's commercial free. But we watched that and that left such an impact. And then I watched Life and Beautiful and I cried. And when Roberto Benigni won the Academy Award, I was so moved when he walked over the seats and got his Academy Award. And now I know it's all Jewish filth and propaganda, and you toyed with my emotions, and you toy with the American people, and you committed genocide against the German people. That was a beautiful, beautiful
so the
culture,
Jews committed
and you
a genocide?
destroyed them
How did the
with
Jews-
the help of
hold
my
up.
grandfather. Because you've drawn a line in the sand against truth and Jesus Christ and our European Christian values that everybody in the world loves. But now they're getting here, and they're like, yo, what is this? What is this Jew world order I'm in? What the fuck are you guys pushing on TV? This is sick what you guys are doing, and don't play dumb.
So let's go back to
This is why anti-Semitism
If you're screaming, then we're going to end the
I'm
conversation.
telling you, I grew up.
If you want to have a proper conversation, we can
But
tone it down.
This is truth.
I let you get all of this energy
I'm
out.
being respectful to you
No, you're not.
by being
No, you're
real
not.
to you.
Okay, so be real without elevating your voice and giving each other the ability to communicate.
What I'm trying to tell you is what I'm really trying to tell you from my heart.
Sure.
Is I watched these. I went to the Holocaust Museum in 8th grade when we took the trip here, you know. There was no reason for me as a
You understand
child.
that the people that did the Holocaust were saying the exact same things that you were?
Listen.
And they also thought that they were doing the right thing.
And ask,
they also thought they were doing the right thing.
I don't care about your fake Holocaust.
How is it a fake Holocaust?
What I'm really angry about is
half of my family was persecuted and destroyed and killed in the Holocaust.
Please. You murdered, or the Jewish people collectively murdered 60 million of my people in Russia and Eastern Europe.
So the Jews killed those people?
Absolutely.
How?
So how are you going to deny that?
How? When they were weak, they couldn't rise up?
Look at the camera. Are you getting this?
Of course he's getting this.
There's
no issue.
Tell him your name one more time, Rudy.
You tell them. So you just tell him my name.
This Jew denies
this proud Judean warrior
the organized
in front of
Jewish murder
neo-Nazi.
of 60 million Christians, and you're shaking your head. You deny it. You silence these people's voice.
All right,
these people
listen,
never
if you're
had a
gonna keep
voice.
screaming, we're
You
gonna have to end this
burned all the
conversation.
churches in Russia.
All right.
You're gonna laugh. You starved the.
I tried to have a proper conversation.
See, this is no. She laughs.
But
this
listen,
is your attitude.
Because you're acting. Look, she wouldn't laugh.
You want me to cry for some fake 6 million, but you won't acknowledge
she wouldn't laugh
60
if you were
million
speaking normally.
people.
If you're not screaming, she wouldn't laugh because people would listen to you. When you scream, when you get all emotional and you scream, people don't listen.
I've watched all your movies. I've never seen a movie about what you did to the 60 million Christians. Terrible murders.
So explain what happened to the 60 million Christians.
Raped,
in what year? What happened?
Murdered.
By who? Give me some facts.
Well, I'll tell you. You didn't drive them to camps with maternity wards and tennis courts and swimming pools. You pulled them out of their homes and you shot them to death.
When, where, what time?
Or you hung them from a tree upside down, slit their stomachs open, and swung them around by their entrails.
Where did you learn all this stuff?
That's what I'm saying. The fact that we live in the information and I know about your fake Holocaust.
Where's your sources?
I've been bombarded with this my whole life, but you're going to play dumb and you're not going to acknowledge the atrocity that you did less than 100 years ago. Shame on you, Rudy. Get out of my country. Get out of my country. You've had 19 years to look at what your people have done to America. 2 million Arabs dead because of Jewish lies.
So everything bad in the world, you blame on the Jews. And you know what? There have been many people like you in the past. And all those people like you that had the same ideology, we read about them in history books.